What is lit, YouTube? It is your boy Brian with the lens, aka the Bambino, man. You see the title of this video? Coming at you correct with a story time on how I lost my virginity. I'm gonna keep it scripted and sweet for y'all. As you can tell, this is my YouTube debut as well. With the new year creeping up, I thought it was only right to entertain and start releasing videos. In the background, you'll notice some Warzone gameplay being provided for y'all, so you guys can kick back, relax while y'all hear me talk. Anyways, with all that being said, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so let's get straight to it. So look, honestly, this could be a 1 minute video for real, bro. Ain't no rap cap in this. I got no reason to lie. So if any of y'all in the comment section claims to be Johnny Sins off rip, you lying. You lying. You one of them safari addicts. You get home and beat your meat more than twice a day. So anyways, I like to, you know what I mean, set the scene for you guys. I like to build up the story so you can get a feel what's going on. So this happened in 7th grade summer leading up to 8th grade. We were like 3 days away before school actually started. At the time, I was currently living in this city called Alamo, Texas. We lived in the middle of the hood where we trusted where we lived for the most part. Towards the end of my block though, there was this local store called Lucky 7. You know, my mom would take me from time to time to pick out some snacks for school, for the house. She'll never really allow me to go alone because one, I was still a kid, and part of the neighborhood leading up to the store was pretty skeptical. So my mom, if I ever came to ask her if I could go, she would understandably say no. She just wanted to make sure I was safe at all times. I mean, I was a Fortnite kid at the time, so not going out wasn't really a problem. The reason why all of this is relevant because this one particular Saturday, the vibe was different aside from the usual, my mom being at work. My stepdad left a note saying when he'll come back because he will go to his friend's house on a different neighborhood to roll a spliff and whatnot, and my older sister taking care of me was asleep. That day I woke up to a breakfast taco. The only thing that was missing was the chips. So I read the room. My sis was asleep. I already knew where everyone else was at and how much time I had before I had to hurry back. To this day, I've always been a do now, think later type of person, so without hesitation, I grabbed a wooden stick in case dogs chased me, then I dipped. I'm running at this point, and it only took me about 10 minutes to get there. I walked in to get greeted by the usual tomboy store clerk. Her name was Erica. I said, "What up?" She usually greets everyone who walks through the door, right? I was in there looking for what I wanted until I hear the store door open. You know what I'm saying? Erica greeted some girl who I thought was at least 17. She even sounds older. Now, when I tell you this was a moment like the Nacho Libre where we lock eyes and the music plays in the background, I'm not even playing. Bro, as common guy nature, I observed. When I tell you that her curves were curving, she about 5'1", Latina. She had some glasses, hourglass body, at least D-cup size bra. Legit an exact replica of Mia Khalifa, not even joking. And I was one of those as well, you know, where I spent a good amount of time on incognito tabs. If you know, you know. So mentally, I was already a hornball. The thing that stuck out to me was that she was wearing a plain dark yellow shirt, yellow being part of my school colors. As hesitant as I was, I went up and asked her if she was going to my middle school as a new student because I've never seen her before. What my school did was separate grade levels by their colored shirts, black shirts being 6th grade, dark green being 7th, and yellow being 8th. She responded with, "Yeah, I just moved here not too long ago. I'm going there due to my mom finding a new job in the area." I conversed with her for only a few minutes because, again, I was running on the time gap. I didn't want to get caught, so I ended the convo by saying, "This will be the last time I see you there." She giggled and said, "Of course not." Got both bags secured at that point, got home, everything was in the clear, didn't get caught. Then boom, check me out. So school comes around, it's finally Monday, put my yellow shirt, rode the bus, scattered from my friend group so I can tell them all about it. The one mistake I did was leaving without getting her name, but I was about to find out who she really was. The staff sat us down at the cafeteria, they were handing out schedules and whatnot. The whole time I was looking for her so I can show my friends who she is. Like, couldn't find her, so I said it's all good. I'll end up seeing her in the hall, and it was easier that way because our school separated our grade levels into 3 different halls. You know, we all got to our designated class. It was only during passing period going to 2nd period where I finally saw her. In that moment, I was with my friend Adrian. I quickly pointed at her saying, "That's the girl." He said, "Star?" Like, he had already known her. Like, he told me, "Bro, you do not want to date that. She lost her virginity in 3rd grade, talking about I went to elementary with her, and she would bring Trojans with C-U-M in them." He kept talking crazy, like he had puberty at such a young age. That is the reason why she looks older and more defined compared to these girls who are shaped like broomsticks with lemon seeds in their upper chest. That information rendered in my brain. At that point, there was only 2 options. You know, take my loss and hold my L, or cut me a slice of that cake as well. You know what I'm saying? I ended up going through the day, didn't see her until 7th period came around during orchestra. Coincidentally, we both walked in late, so we sat in the very back near the front door. We finally exchanged names, judging by the name Star. I already knew what type of star she was gonna go out to be. So, great vibes from her though. Ended up getting her snap as a bonus. I had thrown any types of feelings I had for her out the window as I was just trying to join the club now. How I was going to, I had no idea. So I went back to the basics and marinated her over the course of the next few days. You know how it goes. In through one year, out through the other, it was just an act. Fortunately, the opportunity presented itself because in that era, there was this thing going around called Slap Ass Friday. And when I tell you she would let herself, you can tell she liked it. So I said to myself, she for sure gonna let me do it. Waited for her outside the hall during 7th. I saw her, and the hall leading up to her class usually has no one. So I grabbed her ass at her upper chest. She was cool with it. She laughed it off. That's how I knew I had her. I was speaking to her, telling her what she wanted to hear, having my way with her every Friday, but could never bring myself to ask the question. Mind you, her vibe gave off easy to get. I mean, she was a buzzer. I thought that everyone was fucking. Why wouldn't she be, right? Time went on. A certain Wednesday though, before going on Christmas break, she had sent me a flick of her smiling. It was 11 p.m. so I said, fuck it, man. I used the line I still use to this day, which was, I'm trying to see how pretty you are behind that smile. Now, depending on the response, you can go escalate it in either direction. She responds with, what are you trying to do? I said, I'm trying to do everything we haven't done yet. She says, I like what I'm hearing. The question is where? So she was on the same time and I was on. I explained my situation with my crib not being able to leave, but all she responded was, don't worry, I got a spot. Meet me outside orchestra. We're skipping it tomorrow. The very next day was like no other. Put on my best jeans, some cologne, smiled all morning. Friends asking, why you so happy, Brian? I was just happy, bruh. 7th period hit, I get the message. I'll wait for you outside the hall. That's where the nervousness kicked in. I had no idea where she was going to take me, how I'm going to perform. All the thoughts were spinning in my head. Luckily, I read deeper than page 1. Shout out to Jason Love on the hub for the tips and tricks. If you know, you know. I saw her, hugged her, tell her you smell good. She's over here whispering Victoria's Secret in my ear. In my head though, I wanted to play cool. Pretty sure she knew I was virgin. Obviously she wasn't. Moments later, she grabbed my hand, bell had rung. So everyone was already in class. Hall's empty. We were stalling outside the choir room, the hall next to orchestra. She basically said, follow me. We were going towards our class, which made me confused. But then we suddenly stopped at this door. It was the dance changing room. It wasn't too big. It was like a 2x2, 8 foot long, 7 foot wide. She said, here. It was surprisingly unlocked. We stepped in, turned off the lights. You can still see some light at the bottom of the door, but it didn't matter. It was happening, man. She took off her glasses, made her hair into a ponytail. We made out passionately for like a good 2 minutes. She was guiding me as well. I took off her shirt, unclipped her bra. Oh my God, it was candy to my eyes. It felt like a fever dream. I was at the peak where I'm going, my very first pelitos on my nuts, you know what I'm saying? Get to a point where we were both naked, got my first DJ. You can see them dimples on the butt. It was amazing visually. She pulls out the Trojan. She was prepared, man. Puts it on for me. We currently sit out where it is now called a reverse cowgirl on the floor. She's rolling, doing jumping jacks on it. She was in control since the start. I'd say 2 minutes go by. I'm about to finish. Cause my nigga, it's my first time. I'm about to bust. I'm like seconds away, and out of nowhere, I see a shadow at the bottom of the door. When I thought things were going great, we both hear the knob turning. It was too quick for us to even react to it. You know what I'm saying? The door opens, and oh my God, I'm gonna have to make a part 2. This is the first story time, bro. When that person walked in, I knew it was over for me at that point. I'll release part 2 once this video gets to 10 likes, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all smash that like button.